This live stream is sponsored by PSL, Sound, Light and Stage.
Hello and welcome to Sanders Park for this final round clash in the CMK Chartered Accountants Premier Competition between city arch rivals Tukapa and Plymouth Old Boys. Cracking, not so cracking conditions here today. Obviously you can see the flags waving about in the wind in the background there at Sanders Park, so it'll be an attritional type match, I suspect. I'll pass it over to Joe Burnett for the weather for today's match. Oh, the flags have gone down as well.
It is looking very brisk out there. 11 degrees, doesn't feel like it, much colder. 35 knots. I'd probably took 10 on there in the sou'wester. Could be good surf as well. Sort of looks like it could be a Scott-based versus McMurdo sort of setup. That's that cold. But the boys will be ready to go.
So as we go through the last couple of games these two sides have played, Old Boys unbeaten all season. They've been the front runners all the way through, beating Southern 71-6 last weekend, coming off strong wins against both Inglewood and Spotswood. Tukapa having a bit of a mixed bag the last couple of rounds, 48-9, a big win against Inglewood, and following a couple of tight losses away to both Southern and Stratford Eltham. As we head on to the points table now, of course, final round clash, so jostling for positions in that top four. Old Boys there sitting pretty at the top, 13 wins unbeaten. Stratford Eltham behind them, and Southern and Clifton in third and fourth respectively. Tukapa just outside the four on 23 points, 1 point behind Clifton. They'll be hoping Clifton slip up against the bottom of the table Spotswood today, so they can try and nudge up and get a few points and go into that fourth position to earn a semi-final spot. Coastal in 6th position and Inglewood in 7th position. Over to you, Joe, for the Tukapa lineup for today's match.
So the boys up front, Scott Mello comes back in. He's a very influential player. And alongside him, the captain of the side is Liam Bennett and Brendan Dent, who will be the peg to the tent, and that's what he does. Josh Platford and Alex Perry will line up together. Josh Keach will be 6, 7 will be Symes, and Martin Alapo playing his 50th game. We expect some passion for that. Rory Ward comes back in. Mason Porteous at 10. Josh Hardy moves from 13 to 12, and Luke Taplin plops there. He'll be interesting. Lagam Kumarawa is that man who pivots to the boys. Ethan Lobb and Brendan White will be outside them. Brendan White coming through, first game of the season, so it'll be interesting. Caleb Smith, the man who's a myth, will be very good with Jacob Morrison, Joshua Hopkins, Brendan Fisher, Ryan Livingston and Cameron Campbell. And Thomas Stokes makes an appearance.
On to the Old Boys lineup for today's match. Perry Lawrence alongside JJ Pokai and Toby Burkett in the front row. Jackson Morgan and Cullen Butcher, the man from Canada, in the second row. And the back row, Joel Williamson, Jaden Ford and Michael Loft, one of the form players in the competition and played for Taranaki last season. Moving on to the back line now, it's Sean Waite in the halfback jumper alongside Brayton Northcott Hill, who's the top point scorer with 135 for the season so far. In the midfield, the experienced Daniel Waite alongside Josh Thompson. And the back three, Cody Ray, of course, plenty of experience, 100 games for New Plymouth Old Boys, was brought up recently by him, alongside Adam Smith, the competition's 5th top try scorer with 11, and the speed of Mason Millam. On to the reserves. It's Taranaki representative Mitch O'Neill in the 16 jumper alongside Deacon Rooks and Finn Hahn as the front row replacements. Jordan Roylance will provide some loose forward serviceability on the bench, and in the backs Brodie Lilly, Jack Parker and Zach McDonald. So we're ready to go for a 2:45 kickoff here at Sanders Park. Of course, these two arch rivals will be looking to go head to head, Joe.
Exactly, no love lost. And, well, Tukapa, they need a win to continue their efforts in the season. And Old Boys, well, they're high and dry. They've got some good ingredients. But they're not going to go easy on Tukapa.
That's right. They'll be looking to keep that momentum going. Unbeaten season thus far. Obviously been the competition front runners, so they'll be looking to continue that form. Tukapa, on the other hand, playing for survival of the fittest here today, and they'll be looking to push their claim against what is a very strong Old Boys side. So we'll go to a quick ad break and see you back at 2:45 p.m. for kickoff. So we've got the Old Boys line up coming out onto the field there. A couple of big men in that front row. It's been a big forward pack which has led the charge for them all season. Joe?
There's some burly boys up front, and they are playing with confidence on the back of, a few games where they've blown out teams.
As you can see there, plenty of wind here today with the flags going from side to side. We've had it on our word from our stats man here that 3 p.m. the rain's meant to come in, so we'll hold him accountable for that. And we've actually got a birthday in the caravan today here, so happy birthday to Shay, our producer. Does a great job, very innovative, and we've got the stats this season, plenty of replays, so happy birthday, Shay.
Happy birthday. 21. You look good.
As we wait for the Tukapa line up to come out onto the field here. Of course, it is First National Day, who's the naming rights sponsor for today's match. So big thanks to all the sponsors of both clubs and the competition sponsors, of course, CMK Chartered Accountants.
Good on you, Nick. He does a lot. And the Alfresco area, sponsored by Nick Hughes, First National. Boys parked up, huddled together like penguins almost. Sort of on the Arctic theme for today.
Just a slight delay as the Tukapa troops wait to make their way out onto the park. And they're led out by the 50th matchman, Mairanga Lapo, out of Francis Douglas, his first season back in 2020. a strong bull runner, the number 8, Mairanga Lapo, so congratulations to you on 50 matches today.
Absolutely. A man plays with heart.
Wouldn't look out of place in an NFL team with that gridiron throw there. Shades of Tom Brady.
And the Predator. No skins worn today. One there actually. Well, they'll both have to get the bodies moving. The fields are looking a little bit sodden underfoot, which might play towards Tukapa.
Of course, there's been plenty of rain all week, even bouts of hail, so conditions not ideal. Josh Prestige, today's referee.
Worldwide.
It's going to call
So
you
it'll be
white. To call
Tukapa
blue.
playing right to left on your screen.
Happy?
Mason Porteous to kick us off. The competition's 4th top point scorer with 118
10 all good.
points.
So just keep that tidy for me behind the line.
These boys will
Right, time's going on.
roll it down.
And we're off and racing here at Sanders Park. Porteous goes deep. It's well taken back there. Strong run to get it up over the 22 by the Old Boys
Carry
player.
back.
Off goes JJ Pokai
Holding.
on the form players of the comp, the hooker for Old Boys, and there's a bit of space out here on the near side. Braden Northcott Hill well taken.
The boys are met with flat tack defence.
So Old Boys keeping it tight early. Jackson Morgan taking that into contact. Off goes Toby Burkett.
Trying to settle things down and build some phases, and they're just crumbling up the field, doing their
Off
thing.
now.
Scott Mallow looks like he might have held Michael Loft up there, although he gets to ground. Does a flanker for Old Boys and earns a penalty with no roll. There, it might have been the 50th match man, Mairanga Lapo, unable to get out of there.
7's got to go.
In fact, Patrick Syme getting wedged in there and not rolling away. So Northcott Hill will look to find touch. As Old Boys make their way into the Tukapa half. It'll be JJ Pokai to feed, former Chiefs under 20 player, and in the Taranaki wider squad
Same with you, right?
for the upcoming season.
2 and 2, mate. Right, when you're ready. Hold.
So he goes to the
Over.
middle of the line out.
2's good.
And they do a flat pass to Old Boys. Wait. Finding his man, making good gains over that advantage line. As Morgan finds Adam Smith. He's Old Boys' top try scorer so far this year. And off goes Perry Lawrence. So they're making good ground here at Old Boys.
They're a well-drilled team. This is just a clinging to phases that they're doing very well.
Get around, get around. Go, fellas.
And nice little ball out the back there. Off goes Jaden Ford into contact.
Carry, carry.
Toby Burkett carting it up through the middle. As Northcott Hill looks to use a bit of space and go wide.
Backwards.
It's just lost there, but Michael Loft picks it up nicely. Some nice hands there by the Old Boys forwards.
Playing advantage. Yeah, go.
Prestige has got the advantage.
Tukapa just shepherding here
Number 8 and number 14 offside.
and just feathering
Here we go, push.
this Old Boys attack.
It's a pretty long passage of play here, and just lost
There's a knock on there.
in contact by
No
Pokai,
advantage.
but we'll go back to the advantage for the offside.
Put it out. You got that, Mark.
So Old Boys putting
number
plenty
8,
of
number
phases
14.
together early on.
Offside.
Yeah.
The boys are rumbling in the jungle.
And they'll go to their line out.
Just wrap his
Northcott Hill finding touch. About 10 metres out from the Tukapa line.
And some words of wisdom imparted.
So I suspect they'll look to the rolling mill here, or Old Boys.
Hold!
And Tukapa
Over!
not challenging in the line out, trying to take them on in the maul. And it's gaining a bit of momentum. And over it goes for Old Boys for the first try.
That's out. No, leave
A
him!
very good try.
I've got this. I've got it. I've got
Loves
it.
it. Oh, there's a couple of boys
No,
in their
I've got
undies. It's a bit rude.
No, I haven't seen anything.
Just a good drive. They kept it together, pushing across, sliding away from that Tukapa defence, and look, they plot down.
Captain, come here.
Yeah, it looked like it was Pokai there,
So I've got
the hooker, of
go,
course.
No, I've got this.
Hookers often
So
the
what I've got is
benefactors of those rolling
I've
mauls
got
coming
Mello.
on the back.
Back play
It
over
looked like
here.
it was JJ Pokai in that
Calling
instance.
Some of the boys
Who
a name,
didn't
okay?
score
And
tries
that's
this
lead up down
season?
here. I need that to stop with your team. Otherwise, there'll be discipline issues, eh? Feed that back.
So Prestige just laying the law down early on after that little bit of a tussle between the two sides. Of course,
When you're ready, mate.
these two sides fierce rivals for a long period of time.
I can't say they like each other.
Both proud clubs.
Two very proud, two clubs that have in the last 10 years had a lot of big tussles at the end of seasons. And Braden Northcott Hill.
And he's put that one through. Has the competition's top point scorer, Brayton Northcott Hill, back from injury over the last couple of seasons, and he's been one of the form players this year. Out of New Plymouth Boys High School is the number 10 for Old Boys. So the early honours to Old Boys with the first try. Tukapa will be looking to get their hands on the ball. They haven't done so far in this opening 6 minutes.
Backwards!
And it's taken there by Botcher, the Canadian man. And Pokai makes
Holding.
some good ground.
Playing advantage. Above the sternum.
Discipline just costing
Got
Tukapa
advantage,
here.
high tackle.
High tackle.
Above the third nipple.
Carried back.
As it just goes loose, but Cody Ray cleans it up.
He looks fast off the spot.
So going behind to Old Boys, and there's a bit of space out here for Mason Miller.
Advantage over!
He makes the break. And he's got a bit of space there.
Very quick.
No hands! Playing advantage.
But too quick it seems to be.
Lock on.
And the turnover happens like that.
Off goes Patrick Syme,
Advantage over!
making some good metres and contact there. As Tukapa
Hold
get
in
their
front,
first
fingers
chance.
on. We're on
With
now.
their hands on the ball, Porteous decides to kick, and he's looking for a 50-22. It's not far off. But Adam Smith gets back and cleans that one up, and he finds his fellow outside back, Mason Miller, with the 1-2. And
Passing
Smith
the
makes
baton
some
back
yards.
to Old Boys. Perry Lawrence is a scrambler through the defence.
I got this.
So just a little
Knock
knock
on at
on
the base.
there at the base of the ruck by Old Boys.
Prestige's sharp
Good scrum.
eye to pick that little bobble.
Plenty of long passages of play already. Only 7 minutes in, and it's been a couple of long phases put together. Old Boys,
So I need to set up square.
I would guess,
Yeah, that's
95% possession so far.
Yeah. They've just held ball and been able to recycle it. Tukapa haven't been having too many men to the ruck. Just dilating the attack out wide. Up the chance.
Crouch!
So it'll be Rory Ward
Wide.
to feed to the scrum.
Set!
Of course, very versatile player. He's played a bit on the wing, playing halfback today.
Stay.
There's Campbell Woodmass away. And Porteous looks for the cut to Josh Hardy.
Tackled forward off his knee.
It's just lost forward.
Knock on.
He really needed to gather that, of course. And they'll be disappointed.
Of course, we see in the background there the first collective First National signs. Nice new addition to recognise sponsors of the club. The electrical board. Good to see.
Yeah, is that Spates as well?
Looks like it.
Stay by the scrum.
NZ Forestry.
Stay by the scrum.
So it'll be Sean Waite to feed to the scrum.
Blind!
Of course, a member of Old Boys Under 85's team that played
Set!
last week,
Hold!
along with Tukapa, both beating their Wellington opponents and moving on to the next stage of the national knockout. And he makes a nice little break, finds his number 8, Jaden Ford, on the inside.
Yeah, no, the ball was on. The ball was out.
A nice little in-ball there to Brayton Northcott Hill, and he tries to free the arms up. Can't do so. Goes Josh Thompson, finding Adam Smith. And a bit of space there for Mason Millam. And he finds Adam Smith back on the inside.
Take advantage.
Brendan
Knock
White
on.
playing his first game
Carry
this
it
season,
back.
Brendan White. And they find Lagan Kumira, the veteran of 150
No
games.
advantage.
Can't find touch, but we'll go back to the scrum. It's all happening.
It was all go. And it's not easy in that corner, as we always talk about. And it's sodden too. Add a spanner into the works.
Name me a tougher corner to get out of in World Rugby.
In World Rugby.
Maybe Loftus Versfeld,
Mm.
Twickenham.
How about Murrayfield's 50-metre
Murrayfield.
goal in goal?
Yes, it is a big in goal down at Murrayfield, isn't it?
Crouch!
So it'll be
Blind.
Ward then to feed to the scrum.
On the heave.
Set! Play it
People
away!
looking to
Play it
crash
away!
here, or
Just going sideways, and the
Out
man
now, 8!
in his 50th match, Mauranga
Out of
Lapo, picks it up at the back.
Stay out of it, 8!
Old Boys contesting
Holding.
ferociously at the breakdown.
Carried back. Put them on. We're on now.
And Porteous makes good contact with that one, finding touch.
that's a very good kick under pressure.
Pardon?
Up near and past, in fact, the 40-metre line.
I'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, yeah.
Made great contact there, did Mason Porteous, and much needed to get a bit of territory for Tukapa. I'm sure his forwards will be grateful for that one.
It's those big game plays. Out of trouble, and out of harm. Mason Porteous has done well.
Hold. Over.
Nicely worked line out there by Old Boys and a short ball. Yeah. They go at the back. Brayden Northcott Hill finding some space. He's been elusive already so far in this game. A nice little offload to Michael Loft.
Hold.
Off goes Daniel Waite, a man who's played for Taranaki since 2017. And he's off to Japan this season. So we wish him well over there. So they go at the back. That man, Brayden Northcott Hill again. Plenty of space for Adam Smith. Gets outside his man, and the ball on the inside to Mason Millam. But just lost forward. So Brayden Northcott Hill finding plenty of space here.
In the frantic moment, Brayden Northcott Hill, he's managed to find space. And the game breaker. And we're back in the same position we were before. the Messamorphs Lockhorns.
Bit of deja vu.
Deja vu.
Don't fake it. If you're going to clear the ball, don't fake it. Don't dummy the pass, eh?
It's a bit like I went for a run the other night, Sammy, and a little
Break
trail
it.
run
You got it.
and a loop, and I thought I was going the same place, but ended up back in the same place again.
Oh no. It's like
What
when
else?
if you're lost in the forest, you've got to be careful because you've got a
Injury.
dominant leg. And what ends up happening if you try and walk your way out, if you're in the Amazon rainforest, for example, you start
You just show me
walking
the
around
clip,
in
but you're
circles.
gonna-
No way.
Yeah,
So when
because
you fake those
one
balls
leg goes further than the other. So,
That is, yeah, potentially the
yeah, so obviously you want to try and
Time
find
on.
a river in that case, Joe, if you ever encounter that sort
Exactly.
of a situation.
Well, I'm definitely not going running in the Sahara, that's for sure.
Scrum, forward pass.
Yeah.
You might get lost in Colonel's Corner down there. Maybe that's what happens.
So we're nearly 15 minutes in. Our stats man, Dog Doherty, told us the rain's coming at 3 o'clock, so
Here
Can't be
comes
far
the
away.
rain again.
Blind.
so Tukapa looking to exit here from deep in their own
Set.
territory. As Hardy makes the hard yards.
Nah, play on. Your man's play on. Your man's holding him.
Claudius again does a pretty good job finding touch there. Didn't have a lot of time.
The old school toe hack. And he's done it well. And he manages to gain those metres. He's got a magnet on that sideline.
Yeah, good job getting that up around the 40-metre mark. So Pokai then to throw to the line out. They go to the front.
Play advantage. High tackle.
Just another advantage there for a bit of ill discipline from Tukapa. Going back against the current here is Daniel Waite. And Sean Waite, his brother, picks up the scraps from the ruck, and he'll go away and score for our boys.
A big piece of individual heads-up play, and he's done well through space, and no one could catch him. Thank you. I'm gone.
And it just opened up there for Sean Waite. Good heads-up play from the halfback after his brother made a good run there.
Not having a sweeper or the halfback. Not in that. Up in the line.
So Old Boys making the early running, showing us why they're unbeaten so far this season. And you'd have to think the front runners moving into semi-final play next weekend.
Well, like was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, Old Boys having won every game that year and then losing to Tukapa in the final.
That's
So
right.
all is up in the air.
Yep.
I'd just like to put that in there, sorry. We like these stories that develop in club rugby. That's what it's all about. And can Tukapa create their own story today? A bit of a drama.
So Porteous goes high and deep. Got the fire engine in the back there. Hopefully everyone's okay. Maybe he's just wanting to watch a bit of club
Was
rugby.
that Regan
on the
Arson out the back?
And they go out the back there with Adam Smith. Well taken by Liam
On the
Burnett.
ball.
And nice interplay here by the Old Boys forwards. Off goes Cullen Butcher, and he finds his locking partner, Jackson Morgan. Nice little offload there. And coming hard onto it is Perry Lawrence, the loose head prop. So Old Boys making some good metres here.
There's
And-
no shortage of support play.
Passes are good.
And it's some lovely interplay here from Old Boys playing at speed.
Holding.
As Smith goes out wide, and it's a through the hand play out to Jaden Ford, scoring in the chairman's corner there. And it was a pretty nice passage of play put together by Old Boys there.
That's unfair. He usually plays on the wing. No, very good. And Tukapa caught lacking. 3 beans in 1.
Good identification of space out on that right hand side. Catch pass.
Half a metre in.
And some nice offloads earlier on in the piece, leading to Old Boys' 3rd try.
Boys enjoying it.
So Northcott Hill from wide out on the right hand side, looking to add the extras.
Oh,
just lost his footing there. Of course, it's a pretty muddy day here at Sanders Park, given all the rain we've had over the last week or so.
bit of soil perforation. And David Goggins giving some words.
It's always the way, isn't it? The sport of watching the sport. We're very good at that. As they go deep. And Jaden Ford, the try scorer, carting it back. Looking out the back here, do Old Boys, Adam Smith.
Looking to turn the full beam on here.
Backwards by Blue!
As Luke Taplin picks up the scraps there. Tukapa with their hand on their ball, on the ball.
Play on.
Hands on the ball. Alex Perry, the Muay Thai specialist. Flicked out to Mason Porteous, who uses that golden boot. Throw the baton back. What can they do?
And just running into his own man there was Northcott Hill. He's been elusive all day, so it's probably the only way to stop him so far. Old Boys playing with plenty of speed. As Porteous will look to go deep into that corner.
They're like a well-baked, or playing like a well-baked brownie. You've got the right ingredients, whatever ingredients you want. It's been in the oven for just the right amount of time. And it's just a bit moist in the middle and crispy on the edges.
Maintain that 10 metre offside.
Yogurt or cream with your brownie, Joe?
Ooh. Cream.
Cream. Fair enough.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm going to go yogurt, actually. Yeah.
Hold!
As Keach takes the line out here.
Hold.
Tukapa's first chance in Old Boys territory.
Over.
As they do go to the maul. And Liam Burnett, the hooker, holding it out the back there. Making a bit of progress, but it's sacked to ground by the Old Boys defence. They go to the pick and go. Josh Platford, the man from Natal.
High most. Playing advantage.
Burnett tries to go under them.
It's a real battle up front.
Knock on there. Right, at number 8.
Just knocked on, but we'll go back to the advantage for the high tackle.
42 decibels from Josh Prestige Worldwide.
So
they go back to the line out. I suspect they'll revert to the rolling maul again here, will Tukapa.
Get the head down, push through, simple as that. Let's see the boys go.
No ball. yeah, the halfback, yeah, 2 metres away.
We've got an infringement of play. This little dog has almost attacked the assistant referee. Watch out.
Can we just move down? There's the mark, yep, that's it, perfect.
So order is restored as Burnett goes to the
Play it
middle
on.
of the line out. They can't get that maul functioning. And keep it tight. Alex Perry.
Slapdish that one, but
Not
caught it.
Not on it. Playing advantage, slowing it down. Still got hands
Tukapa
in there.
with another advantage here. Burnett looks to jink and jive.
Still under advantage.
Just the contact and play.
Crossfield kick to no avail, but the advantage
Time off.
in the back pocket. Always good to see a bit of enterprising play with the advantage at hand.
If your man is clearly not supporting his body weight, continues to play the ball, slowing it down. Okay, there's been 3 infringements.
And there is no shortage of confrontation.
If you can't.
The contact is not dying down here, folks. Strap yourselves in, because I think we're going to have a game on our hands.
Off feet.
But we'll see how it develops.
So they'll look to go back to the line out here, will Tukapa.
Hold.
And they go to the back and they do get the maul going this time.
It's one going backwards. Off.
Marangalapo with his
Same
hands on
ball.
it. And they recycle it towards the back.
It's gone back.
Old boys holding firm here.
Yeah.
Goes to ground.
Use it.
They look to use a bit of space. Porteous looking to find the hole.
It's a
Stay
good
on.
punching run. Taplin jetting across.
Hold.
Alex Kilchkoff. He never goes hard down on the
Take
tackle,
advantage.
and he wants to keep going.
Showing some good leg drive there is Alex Perry.
Whoa, fight in the tackle.
3.
Oh my goodness.
Careful.
That is a story for anyone.
He just kept going.
They took him for granted, and he said, no, thank you very much. I can get through. Plonk down. Bit of rest. That's his Muay Thai background.
A tremendous show of strength there by Alex Perry. Defiance, leg drive. Just keep going.
And he was upright.
Of course, he's had an injury disrupted season, has Alex Perry, so good to see him back and on the park. Brings plenty of physical presence, which you saw there. As Porteous puts it through the sticks, so Tukapa bounce back. Old boys leading 17-7 here. And that rain does look like it's starting to come in. Our stats man told us 3 o'clock. He's not too far off. Although he's no Jim Hickey, to be fair.
Jim smells it. He
Oi.
taught dog at school. Not much about weather. No, a lot about weather. You're very close.
Knock on.
So just lost Ford there.
Scrum white.
Imagine that alfresco area is probably getting jam-packed with the boys up top. Huddled in like penguins.
Same JJ.
Yep, certainly a bit of a premium for roof coverage there in the outside deck area.
Crouch.
So just lost Ford there by Tukapa.
Void.
Just with the feed to the scrum, just outside Tukapa's 22.
Set.
It's a pretty good scrum by Old
Take
Boys.
advantage.
Wheeled around.
We'll go round.
Grubber, always a good option in the wet weather, the grubber by weight, but well picked up there by Kumura. We head back to the penalty from the scrum.
Not staying straight. Not
Very
staying straight.
hardly just reft area is the scrum. It's, in the words of Lawrence Corlett, it's simple, just push.
So that rain coming in quite strong now. Plenty of umbrellas going up in the distance.
Hold. Over.
So they go to the maul.
Out of him, 7! Get out, get out, get out. Yeah, perfect.
Making good progress here for Old Boys. Pokai with the ball at the back. Wait, looking to get it out of there now, although it's taking its time. Keach has come through the middle, I think. He's stolen that ball.
The claw hammer.
Staying on far side. Hold in front.
That is some effort there by Josh Keach to come through the middle of that maul and get his hands on it. That'll be an Old Boys line out, 15 out.
And they keep alive, Tukapa.
I suspect it'll be another rolling maul option here.
Play on off the top.
Tap back, so they lose that option. Gary Lawrence taking it into contact. Off goes Michael off with some good driving contact.
No, let him come. He's rolled, he's heeled in. Bring on.
Off goes Brayton Northcott Hill.
Some driving tackles. Tukapa bringing the defence. Met with pretty good attack from Old Boys.
Yeah, it's a maul, always a maul now.
And that might be Keach again in the thick of that. Trying to disrupt the maul. So two pretty good defensive plays there by Josh Keach. Getting his body in the right position in those mauls.
Blue scrum.
A scattering of rain. Drives. It's only going to be a little shower, Jim Hickey's apprentice says. We're not weather dependent, we're player dependent. That's our variable.
Bind! Set! Stay on,
Tukapa looking to do here. Exit in mannered fashion.
All on, 12's on.
Porteous puts boot to ball, and it's a pretty long raking kick down the middle of the park. Adam Smith coming back with venom as the Old Boys fullback. Shades of the first hit up of State of Origin in that one, and they find a bit of space. Mason Millam down here on the right hand side.
Those guys got back, they got back.
And Michael Loft, the workhorse in the number 7 jersey.
Hold.
So it's a good little bit of interplay, changing the point of attack here, Old Boys.
It's met with tracking defence.
Stay out of it. Hold.
Nice hands there by Pokai.
Hell of a tackle from Bennett.
Playing advantage over 12, never got back. Offside.
Jackson Morgan.
Backwards.
Ball just bobbling
Playing
around
advantage
there.
for a knock on.
Adam Smith shows the dummy and goes back on the inside to Pokai. He's a couple of metres away in the driving rain.
Still
Just
backwards.
gone backwards there. It's a pretty good passage of play in the wet there by Old Boys.
Over here. Number 12 offside. Right here.
And Wait with a heads up play.
Playing advantage.
Oh,
It's a pretty good tackle there by Burnett, taking the legs out.
that was a clawrer. How has that happened? It was well true to score.
Knocked on in the field of play. Knock on.
I like a replay on that.
It's like a cannonball.
It was a cannon.
12, that was against you offside.
So, Waite spotted a bit of.
See, he wants
of
to
a hole.
go.
And Burnett shut it down pretty quickly.
I thought he was over.
Took the legs out from under him.
Crouch!
But a pretty good heads-up play there by
Blind!
Waite.
Exactly.
Just met by a bit of brilliance in defence there.
The cannonball.
As
Carried
Ward
back.
now finds Porteous, whose clearances have been
Hold on!
pretty impressive so far today. And the same story goes, finding touch up near the 40-metre mark. In these conditions, his kicking's been pretty impressive so far today, Mason Porteous.
Sorry, have I lost you?
For sure, under pressure, seems to have a bit of time.
Yes, push the button real hard.
There's Mason Patil. Now,
Keep feeding me the info.
there's
Hold!
6 between
Over.
oranges. Nectarines, I
Play,
must
play.
say.
Lock on. 9 came from the homo's feet, so scrum.
So shout out to our cameraman out there, Rob Ridland. Hopefully he's keeping dry.
There's our mark there.
Certainly sideways wind out there, sideways rain, should I say, out there.
He's in the half bus stop filming setup, so hopefully he should be pretty tucked in and warm. Hope you're up there. You're right up there, mate.
Bind. Sit.
So Ward then, and they'll clear it out quickly. Good hands there by Hardy. And number 12. Goes Josh Keach. Burnett picking up a bouncing pass
No
there.
tackle.
He's going under them.
Off the foot. Offside.
Comes back to offside.
Backwards. Backwards. Same thing. Knock on. Offside. Yeah, and here's offside. He picked it up.
Tit for tat, and
So knock on.
Trust Prestige
Offside.
Build Wide is onto it.
So the ball's finding the ground a little bit in these last couple of minutes. Obviously conditions deteriorating. And that's a pretty good effort there by Porteous, but can't quite find touch.
Hold in front. Stop forwards. Come out of the 10.
Smith
Come out of the
returns
10.
serve. Burnett takes it there and runs it
Playing
back at
advantage.
him.
Nah. It doesn't put him onside.
So
Still advantage.
the
We're
Old
not
Boys players arguing the point. Off goes Porteous. Hardy goes out wide to Kumira. He finds Brendan White.
Out
His
now.
first match for Tukapa this season.
Looking to link expansively.
Now I've got to knock on there and then no advantage.
And back to the knock-on
Put
advantage
you out of
over
the 10. Inside the 10.
Although Porteous didn't find touch on that penalty,
Must
the
retire or
distance
be-
on the kicks actually got Tukapa in a pretty good position and a net positive one, although he
So-
didn't find touch. And he'll look to go deep into Old Boys territory here. And I suspect they'll go to the rolling maul from about 5 out.
definitely the
Well, I
boys
want to
up
give you the
front
benefit of
enjoying
the doubt.
this.
That I don't want to put you on back
Scott
on that warning.
Mello, Alex Perry.
The warning for discipline.
This is their type of
Show me
rugby.
you can tidy it up.
Up front and physical.
So a couple of minutes before half
Hold!
time, Tukapa will be looking to narrow the gap to under a converted try.
Over.
And they
One
do in
goes
fact go
sideways.
that rolling maul. Burnett with it at the back of
That's
that.
fine.
Butcher coming, the Canadian coming through nicely to snuffle that out.
No,
There's Callum Butcher.
4 came through the middle and was on the book.
Doing
4
a
came
good
through the
job.
middle.
The man out of the Pacific Pride Club in Canada, out of Vancouver.
1.
Callum Butcher.
The Pride Club.
Pacific Pride, yep.
Pacific Pride.
It's been a
Crouch!
good performer for Old Boys this year. Callum
Wide!
Butcher.
Sit!
Good scrum here from Tukapa.
Very solid.
Holding. Use it. No! No. Pulled
Some
out.
nice hands by the Old Boys players, and off goes
Play
Joel
on!
Williamson. Adam Smith beating the first.
Yeah, ball's up.
Some nice work there defensively by Lagan Kumura, the veteran.
Full time. Half time.
Full time.
Why not?
Game of one half. So that is half time. Oranges here at Sanders Park. New Plymouth Old Boys leading 17-7. We'll go through and review the first half tries quickly now.
We're back before the conditions. Old Boys rumbling maul and JJ Pukai taking the glory as a hooker. Gets it done. Old Boys again, they strike. Fluked and Sean Waite. He's away. He knows an opportunity when he sees one. Another bit of team play resulting in a nice little try here. Old Boys, one hand to 2. Thank you very much, and we'll score. Tukapa came back, they striked. Alex Perry, the man who didn't give up, the Klitschkov man. Look at him go, driving through the tackle, puts it down. The Muay Thai move over the top. And
We've got an update from across the road. Clifton 24, Spotswood 14. Of course, Tukapa will need Clifton to trip up there and Spotswood to take the win to have any chance of breaking into that top 4, and of course to get the job done here over Old Boys. So 17-7 the lead to New Plymouth Old Boys at half time. We'll be back with you shortly for second half action.
see you then.
So welcome back to second half action here at Sanders Park. Old Boys leading 17-7 at the break. Northcott Hill to start us off. He finds the man in his 50th match, Mairanga Lapo.
As we're back to flat tick action. Can Ray Mysterio wrestle it off Ryback?
As Ward goes to the box kick. It's out on the full, was carried back on that occasion. So Tukapa now playing into the breeze, having had the advantage of it in the first half.
Same again, just hold that.
We're delighted to the fact that the driving rain has now stopped.
Yep, keep it tidy.
And wind drop.
Nice and straight.
As Old Boys go to the back and they go to that rolling maul. The ball bobbling around. That could well be Josh Keach again there with his third sort of defensive play in the rolling maul piece. And
Playing a knock-on advantage.
Perry's taken it off him. So nice defensive play there by Tukapa. As Porteous looks to use a bit of footwork.
Holding.
Tukapa keeping it tight.
Over!
Managing to voucher for that
Carried
advantage
back.
line.
Stop in front, 7. On now.
And why not use the boot of Porteous who sends it back.
Inside the 15.
It's a nice little return kick there by Northcott Hill, finding some space.
Hold it.
Kimura going back there.
Come out of the tent. Yeah, all out. Yep, good to go.
Smith looking to go quickly.
He's used his angles through advantage, pinned him there. Not much to flick away with that angle.
Sorry, I got the wrong mark, boys. Thank you.
So JJ Pokai to feed to the line out. It's been pretty steady so far today for Old
Play
Boys.
on. Backwards.
It's a bit messy there, but Sean Waite does a great job and goes through. Finds his winger in Mason Millam. And slides under the post. So Old Boys strike first in the second half through Mason Millam.
And he just skipped away off the back, saw some space and no one was there. Mason Millam, follow the play, and Brendan White couldn't get to him.
Some pretty good tidy up work there by Sean Waite too. And Northcott Hill adding the extras from in front.
This is where Old Boys have been known to hit their straps and really takes the game into their own hands. Like the great cyclist Lance Armstrong used to say, is don't give up.
Hold.
Who can cheat the best?
So Porteous goes deep.
Inside.
Nicely taken there by Waite. Looks to go down the short side and make some good metres.
Playing advantage. High tackle.
Playing with a bit of animosity here.
Nah, yeah, 7 was here. High tackle.
So discipline just
Yeah,
costly at the moment. Looks like Mitch O'Neill on the park for Old Boys. The only clean jersey out there on the paddock.
He'll be influential. Michael Loft's been good. He's always a very diesel operated engine. He just keeps going.
At least he won't have been hit with the increase in the subsidy over the last day or so.
No.
Managed to avoid that.
You at the petrol station, Sammy?
No, but plenty of people are at the moment, aren't they? Or as of yesterday.
You've got to save that $12.
So Pokai then to feed.
Backwards. Play on.
As Waite secures the ball there. Sliding in nicely.
Carry back into the...
Big bunt from Pokai.
Off goes Morgan, showing his physicality. Jackson Morgan. They look to find a bit of space out here on the right-hand side. Mason Millam, the try scorer, breaking through tackles.
He just manages to weave.
Take advantage from knock on. Carried back in goal. No advantage.
You can see why Mason Millam has been included in that Taranaki Wider squad. Right winger with plenty of speed.
Knock on.
Breaking tackles.
Knocking on Nicky's doors. It's good to see homegrown talent come through the system, and he's only a young man too, so he'll be good to see how he goes. The boys in stripes, the West Town men versus the Vogels.
Crouch!
Place for pride, tribes.
Set!
Vouching for pride and superiority in this season.
Play on.
Scrum wheeling around, it's a pretty good hit.
Go back,
there
go
by
back!
Sean Waite on
those boys
Lapo. Porteous does a good job putting boot to ball, of course playing into the wind in the second half.
And he's carved it away against the wind. Has he split boots with like a Bodie Barrett, like the Like Mike movie?
Just time to number off, give them time to number off.
That?
No, I don't actually.
Michael Jordan throws his boots on the power line and the kid picks him up and he's got his skills. So, anyway.
Lock on. Scrum blue.
So plenty of heat in those rolling maul exchanges between these two sides.
Blue sub. Number off. I'm not sure. I haven't got the number off. He should know though.
It's almost like the old school camp where you've got your number and you got to go through the list. 1, 2, 3.
Number off.
Yeah. Check that 15 there.
Time's off.
So it looks like Lapo, the man in his 50th match, just going down there, something on his ankle. As we'll have a look at the stats so far in this match. Got Hopkins coming on there for Josh Platford by the looks. So 4 tries to 1. Old Boys 56% territory and 64% possession. So penalties conceded pretty even between these two teams. And it's just that territory and position difference, and Old Boys have been able to capitalise on that so far today. Particularly in that first 10 minutes, they really dominated both those facets.
They had a lot of balls. And the Penguin enclosure continues to tighten, using each other's body warmth to keep warm out there.
Time on. Scrum blue.
So it'll be a Tukapa feed as time is back on.
Crouch! Blind! Set!
Bit of pressure coming on from the Old Boys side.
Yeah, no, fine.
But Ward manages to get it out of there, where he's
Strap
greeted by Michael Loft.
Yeah, ball was up, he was on!
Off goes Pokai. He's been impressive with ball in hand.
Play on.
The aggressor.
Good tackle there by Porteous on Daniel Waite.
They're looking to
Not on the ball.
play laterally.
Out of it now. Hands on. Feet only. Hold.
Tukapa looking to counteract. Can't quite get it.
Backwards.
The in ball from Northcott Hill, but it's gone to ground.
No, the ball's
Tukapa
available.
on the counter. Big
Get out. Roll
left
out.
cut up top.
He's on.
He can let
Take him
himself
back.
off there.
Scrum.
He's been good all day.
Blown back in goal. Scrum. Carried back.
Oh, so it's he's ruled that it's blown back into his own in goal there.
Caught dead, is it?
Called
He's
dead.
called
Yeah, he's called it gone dead.
You need
So
those
it's-
Murrayfield in goals.
It's sort of off the right angle, that one. From 90 degree up.
Crouch.
So it'll be Sean Waite then
Point!
to the scrum. Old boys on attack here.
Do they go to what
Nah,
they know
yeah,
and
it
go
was.
to Mamillum?
But this guy here is hot. I need you to
Jiving
come low,
ball.
okay? You're too high.
I suspect
Let's go.
that Mason Millam will be sort of hovering off the number 10. Or actually the near
Safety
side.
first,
So
boys.
Cody Ray might be looking for that little in ball, and they might look to go wide to Mason Millam and use his speed.
And you got the likes of Cody Ray, Adam Smith,
Crouch.
flicking wide.
Bind. Sit.
Plenty of options in that back
Playing
line.
advantage.
Just come out of the scrum there. He's done a good job picking it up, but they'll go back to the advantage.
One straight. One go back.
Just angling in there.
One angle.
We've seemed to hit a fire emergency for about
Number
20
one.
minutes. Maybe they're en route and they've watched the game, thought it was very interesting and kept watching.
No, I got this. I got this. No, they're not.
Oh,
You
you can
show
hear
me
the
you can
sirens
push over
now.
the mark.
Maybe they were waiting for a fire.
Hopefully everyone's
I'm just
okay.
talking to you, Captain. Just show me you can push over the mark. Yep. Straight, and then the rest is yours.
You can see there plenty of wind about. Trees swaying from side to side at the West End Bowling Club end.
Move those
Off the
hips
ground.
from side to side.
Crouch.
And that's what old boys will be looking to do, is move it
Point!
from side to side. And
Sit!
punch ya through the guts.
Hold.
Pretty
Ball's
good
out.
platform. They come down this blind side. Sean
Hands
Waite.
away.
He's been one of the
Ball's out.
pick of the players so far today. Sean Waite, in the number 9 jersey for old boys.
Away 8.
They keep it
I've got to get out. Try.
tight and they rumble
Nonchalant.
over.
Nonchalant.
Looks like it might have been Perry Lawrence there. A loose head prop for old boys.
That sounded like Liam Burnett saying, you got to get out. That's like, I'm late for work, I need a shower. Get out. I need my shower. I'm going to be late for work.
And it is Perry Lawrence by the looks. So old boys with their 5th try of the day.
They're looking hot, hot, hot. And this is what they do. The accumulators. Sin, Con and Tan, they are adding points to the board.
To bring it round, can't quite do so there, Northcott Hill.
I've sort of worked out on average 3 players per match will forget their mouthguard and leave it at home.
3.
Yeah, just from observation.
Very observant, Joe.
Well, some players get away with it, some don't. Bring the girlfriend or the flatmate, you know. It's in my socks.
You used to have to do the old test the boots and have your mouth guard up in one hand.
Yeah.
I suspect they don't do that anymore. But
see if you're carrying any weapons or anything that could impede on the team.
So just out on the full there from Porteous, giving old boys a scrum in the middle of the park.
Scrum locks in.
It's like number 18, Finn Hahn there on the side of the scrum for old boys in the headgear for Joel Williamson.
Crowd! Bind! Sit! Hold!
Where do they swing low this chariot? And old boys.
Sean Waite beating a few tackles. He's making a few tackle busts today is the old boys number 9.
Taking advantage, lock on!
And nicely picked up there by Thomas Stokes.
Stay high, nice feet.
Takes a bit of skill to execute a pickup like that in conditions like this.
Stay down.
As Porteous takes it into contact. Off goes Josh Hopkins in the number 18 jersey for Tukapa.
Never shy of the contact, Josh Hopkins. Mellow.
Carried back into the 50.
Little grubber in behind.
Nah, it's off his foot.
Prestige is off the foot, so no knock
First man
on.
up.
I thought that was a
Out
knee.
there, no hands.
So Dent finds Keaches and loops around. Sort of wrap around from the tight head prop. You don't see that every day. Off goes Porteous. Tukapa putting some phases together.
Alex Perry. He gives and he takes.
Off his foot. Off his foot.
Can't quite make too much headway here, Tukapa, but holding position. Kimura goes back against the cart, but he's lost it forward.
Tukapa have gained that advantage.
No advantage. There's multiple players never retired here on the side. Offside. Number 7 offside.
So Tukapa looking to keep the ball in hand, given they're playing into this breeze in the second half.
They've got to be the active reactor in this game, Tukapa. If they want to win here, vie for their chances to continue the season on, they need to win, obviously.
So Burnett then feeding to the line out. Not in
Let's
his
go,
customary headgear today.
No.
Play on.
Gets stolen at the front there. And off goes JJ Pokai with a head of steam.
Hold in front. 18.
Just having a bit of
On
rain
that.
fade here.
Backwards.
Off goes Kumira.
Stop. On now.
They're back to attack. Old
Play
boys
on.
flicking down the side. Andrew Smith. Strong there.
Nice little short ball back to that man Smith.
Hey, release.
In turn finding Perry Lawrence. Lapo trying to get the ball at the breakdown. Off goes Northcott Hill.
Hold.
Joel Williamson taking it into contact. And a little offload there by Smith to find Millen, but it's just gone to ground.
Knock on. Knock on, blue scrum. 21 minutes. Sorry, bro, drinks have to wait.
21 on the clock.
No. Yeah, it starts raining. Next time it rains, it'll be over.
Prestige Worldwide
That's us.
telling the boys how long before we get back in those sheds. We're not going to go home without their last effort.
Right, form up.
So Williamson back on the park. He's playing the second row now by the looks, having started as the blindside flanker for Old Boys.
Crouch! Bind! Sit! Use it. Yeah, play on.
It's just a bit messy there. Tough bouncing ball for Hardy,
Knock on, white scrum.
who can't control it.
And the guy under the tree is doing Wim Hof stuff. He's all credit to him.
You're good.
Maybe he's a lower body hero, I don't know. Hobbits don't wear shoes, so something
Crouch!
along the lines. Anyway, Old Boys looking
Bind!
to increase their lead
Sit!
and increase their momentum in this season. Hop to
Play
wait.
on.
Looking for quick ball.
Get a bit of momentum. Northcott Hill back on the inside. Adam Smith there. Nicely worked try from the scrum there, Joe.
Yeah, very clinical. Just continuing what they've been doing all day. Move the hips to the left, slide up front, put the balls on the floor.
Quick ball, good support lines. Adam Smith in for his 12th try of the season. Another member of that Taranaki wider squad. It's been quite a few of them from Old Boys, really signifying the strength that they've played with this season. A couple of players in form, of course, heading into the business end of the season. Northcott Hill, one of those, just not able to add the extras there.
Another unconverted try out to Newport Old Boys. Takes them further into the lead. Score now, Newport Old Boys bringing in 34, Egmont 2, Tukapa 7.
So in the final quarter of this match now, Porteous goes high.
Playing advantage!
Plenty of contest going in there.
I've got first knock on off white in the air before blue. Knock on, blue scrum, that's what I've got. Knock on.
So, the boys in blue looking to attack here. Tip for tat.
Looks like there's been a change at halfback for Old Boys as well. Brodie Lilly coming on for Sean Waite. And it looks like Tukapa's also made a change at halfback with Livingstone coming on for Ward by the looks.
Lily with a very gorgeous silky hair operation.
Bind!
Just wondering what sort of shampoo he uses. I might have to
Sit!
ask him after this game. It's very moving freely.
So Lapo goes off the back. And Porteous runs back with interest. Simon puts his head down. He's worked hard all day, and Dent picks up where he left off.
Hold last.
Burnett looks to Burrow. The old
Tackle release!
Staying resolute. Tukapa keeping it tight, putting phases together.
Hindmost, go back, go back. Hindmost foot.
Goes Burnett.
Holding pill here. What can the Mesomorphs do up front? Looking to vie for the advantage line as Josh Keach
Playing advantage.
scrambles.
Chaplin just caught up, but Lapo takes it off him nicely.
Tackle release.
It's a classical mud bath out there at the minute.
Midfield offside.
There's Porteous. Goes out. Prestige says we'll go back to the penalty.
No, we're not going quick. Who's the captain?
Could almost hide that ball in that mud if you could try. Probably what I'd do is loathe the ball in mud and then hide it behind a muddy face or a player, and then put the ball over the line.
3 or 4 infringements, all right. 1 penalty, 3 advantages.
Looks like Loft has taken over the captain's armband for Old Boys, with Waite going off the park.
Offside here against 22. Over there, midfield. Offside
Michael
also.
Addick, he's addict. Addick.
What are you doing, Nate?
Sorry.
All right, let's keep moving. So we've got options. We've got
15
about 10
minutes on the
We've got
clock.
one about here.
So it looks like Mairanga Lapo coming off the park in his 50th match. Congratulations to him. Fine effort. Hopefully not too much of an injury there. Tukapa advance deep into the chairman's corner.
Dips
Wait
3
on me,
metres.
line's over. Playing advantage. Playing
Burnett
advantage.
finds this man, and they've got
Closing
advantage
the
again.
space. Tackle.
I suspect someone might be in hot water. He did warn them just before.
Here we are. New advantage, not rolling. No, time off. I got this. That's you. That's you, closing the space.
And like you said, Sammy,
Got it? No, cut it. Lofty. I've blown the
he's
whistle.
been doing it all day.
How many do you want in the bin? Talk to me. I've blown the whistle.
Just a little side. Oh!
Come back here.
So it's
Come back here.
just getting a bit testy out there. Both these teams,
Time's
of
off,
course,
mate. Time's off. I need the
proud
captain.
rivals, cross-town
So first
rivals.
infringement, this guy runs in and closes the space and denies them all. Okay, so he's going to the bin. Then you've got a
Oh.
man not rolling. So you're still on that warning. Okay, so he goes for closing the
Oh,
space.
so it could be a double whammy.
Can you double-double?
Yep, and throw elbows before his fucking shoulder. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that.
So excuse a bit of the language there for our viewers. It looks like Mitch
So
O'Neill
closing the space of the line
only
out.
going off to the bench for a 10-minute break. Tukapa will go to that line out.
8, you need to tidy your act up, otherwise you'll go too. Not rolling. Keep the space, White.
So just a bit of ill discipline creeping in late here. Can't quite find his man. Burnett.
With a happy lifeline for the old boys.
Scrum on line out. Scrum. I guess it's a scrum. Let's play a scrum. Let's go over here, eh?
Scott Mello looks in the wars there. He's got a bit of blood on his right ear.
Subs for White. Yeah, sure.
Who's off? You wanted to go off, Jane?
Righto. Time on. Sorry.
So a bit of banter as you would expect between these two crosstown rivals.
Love shared.
Crouch! Bind!
How low can you go?
Set! Hold!
Pretty good scrum there from
that.
Tukapa.
Oh! Oh, a little bit of...
Well, walk away, or both walk
Quite
away.
the
I'll
chat
put you
over
on
the garden fence, aren't they, Joe?
away.
Exactly.
He's captain, he can't be doing this.
You can't buy the hedge trimmer. You can't borrow the hedge trimmer for that long.
Walk away. 7. Yeah. You go away. Go away. Come over.
So just everyone just losing their cool a little bit here.
So you're good.
Now, it's a pretty big scrum there from Tukapa, and it was Syme who did a good job picking it up, rolling over in the mud
You can't take this into
like a rhinoceros
Leave it with me. If you're
and
taking
getting it down.
again,
The follow-up heads-up play from
You leave it with me. You show me you're a good
Matty
captain.
Symes.
So good scrum there for Tukapa laying the platform. Porteous unable to add the extras. Plymouth Old Boys leading 34-12. There's one man in the bin at the
Time on
minute.
that card, Mason or Dwayne?
The bin today is sponsored by First National.
Nice. Can you just confirm how many more minutes remain? Just hold it down. 10. 10 minutes.
10 to go on the clock.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, touchies.
So just lost forward there. A bit sloppy on the kickoff receipt was Tukapa.
Offside.
Of course, we've seen a couple of them knock on offsides today.
Caught in friendly crossfire.
Fairly costly there.
Yeah, it was.
Just a fairly basic error. Giving Old Boys a bit of a piggyback up the park.
Move off the line. Yeah, that's it.
So Pokai then to feed to the line out.
Play on.
He goes to the back. And in fact, he goes over the back. Goes Burnett. Jacob Morrison showing some good leg drive.
Holding.
Goes Syme, the try
Leave
scorer.
him one. Play on, charged. Backwards.
Just bobbling around. The Old Boys forwards coming through with vengeance, although Tukapa holding their ground. They look to use a bit of space.
Looking to find some life and
Burnett beating a few tackles.
play.
Hold. Sorry, mate. My bad. Hold in front. Sorry, mate. I'll be better than that.
Porteous puts boot to ball and finds touch.
Number 2, White. Sub.
So that's the captain Burnett coming off the park for Caleb Smith, I suspect. Oh no, it's White, sorry. In fact, that's JJ Pokai coming off for... We have Jordan Roylance. But I suspect there might be some musical jerseys going on.
Hold! Over!
As Old Boys now. Patrick Syme looking to get over the ball.
Playing advantage,
He's done a
holding
pretty
on.
good job of it too. A nice little pilfer there for the Tukapa number 7.
Great snatch.
Still playing advantage for holding on. Advantage over! He was fine. Play on. 7, first man in.
Goes Millam. It's a little chip in.
Stay up.
Pretty effective one. Deep in the corner.
Entry. Yeah, straight in the side.
He's just gone
You
on
need
the
to square
side
up to
there.
ruck. Entry.
Porteous coming up a little bit ginger after that one.
It's an interesting interpretation of the rules there.
6.
First man to the ruck. But
Didn't come through the gate by the sounds.
Top on that card, Dwayne. Just confirming. 2.5, mate.
2.5 minutes on the clock. These Old Boys look ever impressive in the role in this season.
Nah, it's a knock on the top, boys.
Tough throwing
White.
conditions like this. Plenty of wind about.
Nah, 2.5 for the card to come back.
So it's 2.5 minutes left for the card to come back. 6 minutes left in
14
this
blew
match.
off. Subs. Done that. Good goal. 5.5. Five and a half to go.
So Brody Lilly then
Crouch!
feed to the scrum.
Point. Set. Hold.
Halfback today, but playing prop in the under 85 kg competition. It's a big scrum here from Tukapa. Just driving them back.
No hands.
Fisher
There's
holding
Brendan
fine.
Fisher. And Porteous. Gee, that scrum's really come to life for
Out now.
Tukapa
No 20.
in this final quarter.
Just a little spark plug in the mix.
Hold.
Porteous taking a fender bender to the chops.
Take advantage. Offside.
$350 decibels from Prestige Worldwide.
Out here.
So off goes Kumura. Looks to take it quickly. Looks
Out
like
now.
Fisher again there.
Multi-talented Gardner,
Stay down.
Chef Brendan Dent.
So Tukapa showing plenty of enterprise late in the piece here. Off goes Josh Keach. He finds Livingston on the inside.
Out 6.
And some really nice interplay from Tukapa here
Eyes off.
in the wet.
Play on.
They go out
Take
wide.
advantage.
Just not
Playing it
able
blocked
to
on
hold
first,
it.
then went out.
Out on the left-hand flank.
Card comes back.
As we welcome Mitch O'Neill back onto the park.
From his sabbatical, sponsored by
Oh no, the heat comes
First
back now.
National
3 to go.
Real Estate Collective.
Time on.
So Tukapa really coming to life late in the piece here. Probably had their best passage of play in these last 10 minutes. Be interesting to see here at scrum time what happens. course, Mitch O'Neill now back on the park. So a full scrum for Old Boys.
Crouch! Bind!
No, come up. We're all in. We're all pretty engaged. There's space here.
Mirror the game where it could be potentially sped up. Also don't want to be Murray Mexted, but these points in the game. We're not here to have a meeting, thanks folks. We're ready to shift ball.
Crouch! Bind! Sit! Hold!
So it's a pretty good shunt once again there by Tukapa. But Old Boys retain the ball.
Put them on! Hold white!
Northcott
Hold
Hill
white!
with a nice clearing kick.
There you are.
Going deep. Kumiroa coming back, the veteran. Loss does pretty well, stays on his feet and turns that one over. Pretty good piece of work there by the Old Boys.
No, you're offside and there's no attempt to catch that.
And so Leighton Kumiroa then gets sent off for a yellow card.
And then
Leighton
deliberate
Kumiroa.
knock on.
As the rain's coming howling in late in the piece here.
50 seconds. So when you kick it out and play the line out, it'll be over.
Here comes the rain again.
So Northcott Hill takes the tap and go, and off goes Perry Lawrence.
Hold! Go back 12! Yes!
Alan Botcher taking it forward for
Hold.
Old Boys. Nice little in ball there by Brody Lilly.
Hands away! Out of it, 17.
And off goes Michael Loft.
My bad. My
It's
bad.
like playing with a
Knock
stick
on.
in the Murinary mudflats.
Advantage over!
Real mud bath out there. Scott Mello.
Out now! Away, tacklers!
So Tukapa still looking to find some space late in the piece. Porteous goes wide and he gets a bit of space out there. And Taplin goes back to the centre of the park.
He was on! He was on!
Ooh,
Ball was lifted.
good piece of defensive work there by Northcott Hill.
No, he's never on the ball.
Tukapa putting some phases together here.
Tackle!
But unable to break this Old Boys defence. In the last play here. Goes
No,
Taplin.
it's not on it. No lift.
So Tukapa looking to end their season on a high here. Burnett the skipper. Putting some phases together. And that looks pretty dangerous, turning him up on his head there.
Playing advantage, knock on!
Just
Advantage
lost there by
over!
Dent.
Pass
As
is
Old
good!
Boys look to
Pass is still good!
finish with a try. Adam Smith back on the inside. Now it's gone the other way.
He's got it, he's won it!
So both these sides
No,
looking
still
to
playing.
still play with ball in hand.
Playing advantage. High tackle. 18 high. Leave him one.
And so a bit of back and forth there
Time's up. It's been up for
between
ages.
Mello and Lilly.
Time's been up for two minutes. Yep, 2 minutes ago.
An
No, it's
absolute
been
battle.
You're 2 minutes in injury time.
And Porteous says that'll do me. So Old Boys, the deserved victors here today, 34-12, keeping their unbeaten run going this season. And of course advancing through to the semi-finals. Tukapa, they were pretty valiant today, Joe, particularly in that second half. Showed a lot of courage
Thanks, mate.
Finished their season in a relatively strong note.
Hard in the fight without spite, and you know they did well against a very clinical Old Boys side who were very good up front, and they just stick to their structure, the Old Boys, and that's how it went.
That's right. Old Boys looked impressive, so they'll be the #1 qualifiers, and we wish them all the best heading into the semi-finals next week. We suspect that'll be against Clifton as we go through the stats. 6 tries to 2. The difference here today, Old Boys dominating territory and possession, 54% and 56% respectively. Penalties conceded, pretty similar. Both sides probably having moments of ill discipline, particularly late in the piece. And we'll head along now to the second half tries. In fact, all tries. So it was Pokai, the #2, the benefactor on the back of that rolling maul for the early Old Boys try. A bit of tussle after that one between the two sides. Stayed that way throughout the game. Off came Sean Waite, spotting a gap just around the ruck there and going under to score the second try.
And the next try here to you. Hands, 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 thank you, ma'am. Tukapa fighting back with it. A try that was just an effort of pure willingness to score, and he's done it. Alex Perry slammed the ball. Thank you very much. That's very good.
As we moved into the second half, and Sean Waite did a nice bit of work tidying up from that line out, and he found his winger Mason Millam, who slid it under the post. Old Boys scoring the first try of the second half. It's followed up by some work in the tight forwards. Perry Lawrence busting over from close range. A little bit of conjecture around that one. It was Northcott Hill and Waite getting over the advantage line. A nice little inside ball to Adam Smith here, running a good support line for Old Boys' 5th try.
Very heaps up play from Symes, who went, thank you very much, in the checkout. And a little bit of tussle. Gosh, they get along so well, these two teams.
And so that was it. 6 tries to 2. Old Boys the victor on the day. And that's the end of coverage from Sanders Park for this year. Thanks for joining us, Joe and I. Been a pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
All the best for the sides moving on to the playoffs.
Happy birthday, Shay, as well. Happiness and prosperity for the rest of today. Cheers. Thanks, everyone. Thanks to our sponsors. Bloody good, and we'll catch you next year, potentially.
This live stream is sponsored by PSL, Sound, Light and Stage.